What's up, everyone? This is DYANAROZAY. Welcome to my channel. Hey, you guys, come on in. I actually forgot to put up my Potomac review yesterday, so I have to do it right now because y'all know Real Housewives of Potomac comes on tomorrow. So come on in and we will get it started. Hey, everybody, I see you. Come on in, come on in. Hey, Yvette. See, just making sure we get all of our participants. Thank you so much for hitting the like button. Hit the like button on your way in and we will get it started. Okay, let's go, she said. All right, child, let's go. We are talking Real Housewives of Potomac episode 2, okay? I got a little housekeeping first that I'm going to talk to you guys about, and then we will get it started with the rest, okay? Let's start with this one right here. P. Diddy has been in the news for a minute. So we're going to talk about him first. Hold on, let me take this down. Just so you guys know, his lawyer actually released a statement earlier today, basically saying, just so we're clear, a decision to settle a lawsuit, especially in 2023, is no way an admission of wrongdoing. So they're basically acting like whatever the settlement was is an admission of wrongdoing. Combs' decision to settle the lawsuit does not in any way undermine his flat out denial, which is absolute BS, of the claims. He is happy that they had a mutual settlement and wishes her well. If you guys don't know all the details, basically she denied. She said she didn't want the settlement initially, whatever he had offered, because she wanted to have rights to her story. He wanted her to sign a gag order, and she said she wasn't going to do it. So when the information was released yesterday, she actually said that she has more control over the story that she can tell, and that is what she's moving along with. So she can have book rights, she can have movie deals, whatever she, whatever the agreement was for that, which may be even more than the settlement that he provided to her, assuming that it was somewhere near the 30 million. A lot of people are saying it was more than that, but that's what a negotiation is, right? So come on in, everyone. Hey, Jesse. Hey, Kelly. You guys already know what to do. You can put your city and state in the chat just so that I can make sure you can hear me, okay? Thank you, Yvette. I appreciate you. Okay, so I have on my Tony shirt. I went to the concert a little while ago, maybe a couple of weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago. Come on in. Okay, hey, Philadelphia. Thank y'all. Okay, now I know that you can hear me. What else do I need to update you on? Oh, y'all, it looks like they have issued some contracts for Real Housewives of Atlanta, and they are saying that, is it Sanya and Drew did not receive a contract. They actually, both of them removed their names from their IG bios, or the RHOA name from their IG bio. So how's everybody feeling about that? I actually wanted to see, hey, Cookie, anybody that you see with a purple wrench behind their name, that is our mods. So just be respectful of the mods. But I gave you guys an update on P. Diddy. He's basically saying just because he paid her doesn't mean he's guilty. We will see. You guys, just so you also know, just because he settled doesn't mean that the FBI won't get involved. Y'all know last year when we saw that tape hit Twitter for Shaquilla Robinson, the FBI got involved right after that. So just, things happen. Things can, continue to go. You can't unring the bell, basically. You can't unring the bell. It's happened. And then the last thing, I will be going live tonight to talk about Miss Melody Cherie. She actually posted this: Mel in the city, like Sex in the City, let the fun begin. So she's letting people know that she is showing her dating journey on the show. Okay. So we will talk about that. All right, y'all, let's get into Real Housewives of Potomac. Okay. Let's see. You said you're not surprised about Drew not coming back. Yeah, I didn't expect. There were some people I didn't expect. I actually did expect for Sanya Ross to come back. I think she was just getting her sea legs, and I really wanted to see her and the new baby. I really did. So I think it's unfortunate that happened. And it looks like Kenya, Candy, Marlo has not said anything. So anyway, all right, let's get into it. So we're going to talk about Real Housewives of Potomac, episode 2. It opens with Miss Ashley and her mother. They are, looking at flowers, and Ashley's getting prepared for her housewarming party. And of course, they're going to do all of the touch base things, right? Okay. So they're talking, they're catching up. They're talking about Miss Ashley, who should be divorced by now. It looks like everything has been settled. She's got a child support check coming. We know she doesn't get alimony. She's already moved out of the house with Michael. So there's nothing to settle there. Michael keeps the penthouse. She has her house. She claims that it's only her name on the deed, and yet they haven't divorced yet. So a lot of people are curious, are y'all BSing everybody? And by everybody, we mean the viewing audience, because at this point, why wouldn't you be divorced, right? But she's saying that she's not divorced. Everybody on the cast knows it's BS, but they're not calling her on it. And she doesn't have a real excuse for anything. They went on vacation over the summer with the boys. She claimed that they didn't do any, sexual activity, that he was just a perfect gentleman and that they're friends. To which her mother says, oh, I was really concerned, and that she was surprised when Michael got on the phone and said hello. Let's see. So anyway, yeah. Someone said they wanted to see Sanya back and not Marlo. Listen, right now we will see. Ashley is diabolical. I can't stand her. Listen, Ashley has this smile thing she does when it looks like, to me, she's lying, but she does this crazy smile where she definitely looked like she's lying. And I'm always like, Ashley, at this point, just say that you and Michael, I would rather you have just kept it up and said you were separated, as opposed to the two of you are divorcing. It's absolute bull. That is a community property. Okay, so you don't believe that she has the house in her name. I think when she's filming for what, 3-4 months, she lives in the house, maybe. And then the rest of the time she's renting it out as an Airbnb. She's not fooling anybody. Okay. They also talked about Candice, and she was like, her and Candice are done. They're not going to be friends anymore. She said that Candice had sent her a message and said, listen, you said some shit that you can't take back. I'm never talking to you again. She said that she agrees at that point. She said that she's not, invited to her housewarming party, that she doesn't want to have anything to do with her. There's not enough sage in the world to take care of that. And then her mother asked her, hey, how about the lawsuit? Is Michael still suing her for $2 million, by the way, defamation, $2 million. And she said yes. Now, even though she pretended like she didn't know anything else about Michael, we don't talk about his business. I don't know anything about it. He doesn't tell me anything. I don't ask him anything. She seemed to know a lot about this lawsuit. She was like, yeah, that lawsuit is going to continue, that Candice should shut her mouth. Okay. And that Candice hurt his business by suggesting that Michael swings both ways. Now, I'm not sure how Candice hurt the business since, from episode 1, the first day he shows up, people are talking about Michael and his sexuality. But she made it seem like that was the case. Let's see. Oh, no, if she gets divorced. Okay. Gotcha. But she made it seem like it was the case. So make sure you guys are hitting that like button when you come in, please and thank you. And that's pretty much how the scene ends, okay? And then we get to Karen and Mia. Now, I actually like this scene. This is where Karen shows herself to be a grown woman, okay? And everybody else has to kind of bow down. They get out the car. It was actually Mia who wanted to meet Karen because she messed up last season. She thought she was being cute, taking information from the group back to Karen, saying to her that you got a rumor out here about you cheating, being with other men. So when she walks up on Karen, she's trying to hug Karen, and Karen extends her hand, pushes her back, said, no, 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 let's shake on it, okay? And then she said, let's walk. Even though Mia called this meeting, Karen is basically telling her all the shots, what to do and how to do it, okay? Let's see. Cookie said that she got Michael to file that lawsuit. She did. She's very much invested in this lawsuit. No doubt. You can tell that her whole entire tone changed, her energy changed, the way she was talking about it, even though she should have been sued many times before. Okay. But yeah, Karen is basically directing this meeting, and she lets her know, you not only brought this rumor to hurt me because I've never done anything to you. You know that when you walked into this group, you were a hot mess. I'm going to say the Karen didn't say to her. You were a hot mess. Everybody was talking about you, the many surgeries you had last year. Everybody was saying that you weren't truly sick. I was going to bat for you. And you turned around and did the very opposite. Okay. You stabbed me in the back. You stabbed my institution in the back. I'm married. You don't come to me like that in front of cameras and letting everybody know there's a rumor about me that of all people, Sharice brought to the group. Sharice is my known enemy. So you were wrong on all accounts. And until I know that it is safe for you and I to engage again, which could be never, because she said, ask Giselle how that goes. Okay. But yeah, I agree. Listen, it was grown woman stuff. She straight up told her, at the end of the day, you're going to have to kiss a whole lot of my ass in order for you and I to get back cool again, if we ever get back cool. Because at this point, I don't need you. You need me. These girls are going to turn on you in a heartbeat. And I proved myself to be trustworthy to you. And you showed me everything that you're about. Uh-oh. Yvette said, oh, okay. I thought you said that's not true. That is true. Okay, I agree. I think Karen told her in the nicest way. Okay, I'm a smile in your face. I'm going to be cordial, but you and I will never talk again. That's what I took from it. But after that was all said and done, I don't know how Mia took it, if she understood it that way, but she should have. At the end of it, Karen said, now, because I don't disrespect you and your husband, again, despite all the little rumors that was out there, despite the fact that it was Giselle who said you and your girlfriend were in the shower together, all of the little nasty things that people were saying, I kept my mouth closed. But you, on the other hand, showed all of your behind. And she said, but how are you and Gordon? Since we're talking about it, how are you and Gordon? And she said that Mia said her and Gordon were going through it. She said at the end of the day, him getting ousted from the company, trying to figure things out. She also said that he was, investigated for possible embezzlement, but it didn't turn out to be true. And she said that she also thought it to be true. Karen is again looking at her like, you're on television, for Pete's sake. She was like, girl, that's your husband. She said, I know, but I'm just, I did think it. I did ask questions. It just turns out that Mia's not a good person all the way around. She doesn't know how to conduct herself, period. Not on TV, not with real friends, not with fake friends, okay? She's a hot ass mess. Next up, I'm going to go through this real quick, y'all, because I know that we got a little bit of time before Love and Marriage Huntsville comes on. Next up is Candice and her manager, and that was just a real, pretty much a fluff scene. The manager comes over and she shows him that her actual office is going to be in the front of the house. She was like, this is where I'm going to sit. And, they're getting things organized over there. They talk about her next moves in her singing career. Okay, here we go. Cookie said that Mia should have been gone. I don't doubt it. I was actually surprised to see that she returned for many, many, many reasons, but she has, which also makes me think, is the divorce between her and Gordon actually for real? Or do they need the money so they, created drama? Anyway, Candice and her manager sit and they talk a little bit about her career. Her manager suggests that she bring in Drew Sidora to open for her in Chicago. And she said, no, I'm sold out in Chicago. I don't need Drew Sidora. And that was pretty much it. She also made a little comment about how her vagina hurts. And he said, I'm going to leave that to you and Chris. I don't know why that would be. None of my business. Okay. Next scene, we have Robyn and Juan. I'm flying, ain't I? Okay. Next scene, we have Robyn and Juan. Lord have mercy. When I tell you that Juan does not give a damn, he does not give a damn. First thing he does, he's come down the stairs. Robyn is sitting there, I guess, taking vitamins. And she asked him what he's doing, and he said he was running errands. And I don't know if you guys paid attention, but there's a little ding sound that comes up when he says, I'm running errands, like this is a red flag. The production is literally playing Robyn and Juan this entire scene. I guess they figured you guys are playing games, so we're going to play games too. But production makes a ding sound when he says, I'm running errands. And Robyn does not ask any questions like, what could these errands be? Especially since she's about to jump into a conversation about that intervention that was had over at Giselle's house. So it was pretty crazy. Slow yourself. Yvette says, slow yourself to Candice. I don't mess with Candice and that wicked mouth. A lot of people have a hard time with Miss Candice, child. But anyway, she's about to bring up the intervention scene. However, even though the girls was like, you need to know more about what's going on with Robyn. I mean, what's going on with Juan when he leaves the house. Robyn doesn't even think to ask him, oh, what type of errands are you doing? Hell, maybe you need some milk or butter or something. I don't know. Have him run an errand for you when he leaves the house so that you can make sure he's coming back home. But this is where all of the shenanigans began. She says to Juan that the girls think that you make me look bad in the streets with the public because you know that these rumors are out here and you're not doing anything to shelter me, to protect me. And he said he's going to live his damn life. He said, Robyn, I don't care, which was the wrong thing to say. But he definitely said it. I don't care about what your friends think. And I don't give a damn what you think at this point. He said, I'm going to live my life the way I want to live it. I don't have many friends. I am already closed off from a lot of people. And I don't know why he said it that way. I'm closed off. Does that mean you are closed off because of Robyn? Like what? Or because you're on the show? I don't know. But he makes that comment and he said, I just simply don't care. And she said, well, I don't care either. But they feel like I should be angry at you or I should yell at you. And he said, cuss me out, Robyn. Go ahead, cuss me out. Like this is your one and only opportunity. And be quick about it because my other woman is waiting for me and I don't want to be late. Okay. She don't play that. Unlike you. That's what it was giving. Okay. I gotta go. Is this conversation over? Then they do this thing where they play like there's a rage meter for Robyn. And it stayed all the way to the lowest level. Like under no circumstances does Robyn get angry at, mad at, raise her voice at. Remember during the intervention, Giselle actually says, what does yelling at Juan look like? Do you threaten to kick him out? What does it look like? And if you do threaten to kick him out, would you actually do it? And would he actually leave? So we know there is no power whatsoever in that relationship. When that man say, I'm running an errand, he leaves. And when he gets back home is when he get back home. It could be next Tuesday. It could be at 3 a.m. Robyn does not ask questions. And that's what it looked like to me. Okay. Yes. In the chat, they're saying, wow. Now he did tell her that someone said that conversation was crazy. It was crazy to me. I literally was like, Robyn, at the very minimum, if you want to pretend like you got to have this conversation, when that man say, I'm running errands, you need to say, what time will you be home? Where are you going? Pick me something up on your way back so I can know, call me. Okay. I need to know. But she said none of that. They also went on to say, they talked about the school and the lawsuit, just a little pinch of it. If you guys don't know, Juan actually was removed from the lawsuit by the judge. The judge said, I reviewed everything. He has nothing to do with this and took him out of that lawsuit. However, he did talk a little bit more about that lawsuit and his feelings more than he actually gave about being accused of cheating. He said that he loves his guys to his core, and he repeated that at least 6 or 7 times. I love my guys. I love my guys. Never said that about Robyn. I love Robyn. Okay. I love you, girl. I would never cheat on you. He never gave us any indication that he was as serious about his marriage as he was about the team. He literally was like, I hate that this happened. I am sure that I'm going to land on my feet, though. It looks like they may have given him a severance package that's going to last a little bit of time. He said he's in no hurry to find a new job, but he'll get there. He said that he's never done anything but right by his guys, and he gives more of himself to that team than anything else. He's always given to them. Again, he expressed himself in that job way more than he expressed who he was in the marriage to Robyn. It was crazy. Okay. He loves the guys more than, listen, I was sitting there like, oh my God, you guys are two episodes, 3 episodes in. You never spoke about Robyn or your marriage. And this is your second time around, or your family. Like, I love the boys, nothing. Like, I wouldn't jeopardize my life, blah, blah, blah. Never did that. But he did that for that damn team that he got fired from. So that was interesting as well. Anyway, he ended it by saying, that he gives more of himself, give more of himself most of the time, to other people. Like, I am a very giving person, and I'm always giving myself all of the time or most of the time to other people. Robyn actually says, me too. And he actually made a face. Now, I don't know if they edited it to look like that, but he makes a face like, you barely give anything. Okay. And she actually makes a face back like, why are you doing this to me? The usual shit that they do. Okay. Robyn, wake up and see what's in front of you. Child, she ain't waking up. She my man all over the place. Okay. All over the place. Okay, so next we are introduced to the new resident of Potomac, and her name is Nneka. If I'm saying that correctly, I know someone tried to correct me last time. Nneka and Ike, okay, they are Nigerian, new to Potomac, has purchased a 6,000 square foot home that looks like she had gutted, and she is remodeling on the inside. Um, let's see. I wonder what's going to happen when the bottom falls out. I think Robyn will lose it. That's what I think. Just based on her interaction when she said, I don't care what anyone thinks. I don't care what anyone thinks. And she shouldn't. It is her marriage. But you don't have answers for what anyone thinks. You don't have answers for yourself. He's not answering you or anybody else. And the fact that he sat in that scene and for the first time showed real emotion about any of this was when he talked about the loss of his job. I know I'm going to land on my feet. I loved my guys. I still love my guys, and I gave everything to them. He didn't say any of that when he was talking about their relationship. So Juan is trash, okay? But anyways, back to Nneka and Ike. Nneka and Ike, if I'm saying that right, okay? Apologize if I'm not. In this scene, she really wanted us to know that she is richy rich, okay? Generational wealth is what she said. She said, I almost didn't get this house because I didn't put all of the properties I own, both in the United States and outside of it, okay? In fact, she said she didn't even know how many damn homes she owned. 4 here, 7 there, 18 here. She's married to a doctor who has 3 jobs. He's a doctor, he is a scrubs model, and then he owns a nightclub in the evening. So he's doing all the work. Her only job, it looks like, at the moment, is trying to get pregnant. She's taking her vitamins, and she said that she begins and ends her day with bubbles, is what she said. So I'm not sure if that's a good thing for her to wake up in the morning drinking, even if it's champagne, drinking champagne to wash down vitamins. Didn't seem right. But yeah, she said that's what she does for the most part. And that was it. That was our introduction to her. So we know that she's rich. She's rich. She wants everybody to know she's rich, and that, her new husband, because he is, I think they're newlyweds. They're just trying to get pregnant as quickly as possible. Welcome, everyone. Come on in and hit the like button on your way in, please. That will just help others find us. Okay, now next we get another fluff scene. This is Wendy and her manager. Wendy is making some more moves. It looks like Wendy, she likes to stay busy, y'all. She is a wife, a professor, a mother. She called herself an entrepreneur. We know that she had the candle business. I don't know how well that's doing. She didn't discuss it. She attempted to go into the restaurant business, but that didn't work out. Now she's trying to be a talk show host. She's going to buy a real studio and film there. And she hopes that someone, Bravo, Oprah Winfrey Networks, whomever, but a major network, she's hoping pick her up. At the end of the day, she is dreaming big and just seeing what lands, okay? And I have to say, Eddie is a good one if she's spending money like this, because number one, she doesn't know what she wants to call the show. Number two, she doesn't even have a budget. She's just paying people to go around and find the spots. But you do have to make opportunities for yourself. We will see what happens next, okay? But she definitely stays busy. I do like Wendy. I like her gumption, okay? She is trying to find her niche. I agree. She is trying to find her niche, but she does a lot. She is a professor, mother, wife. And again, I don't know how those candles worked out for her. From what I'm understanding, the candles, Karen's candle line did great, but I don't remember hearing anything about Wendy's candle line. So we will see what happens next with her. But that's her storyline for the season. Okay. Now we got all of the ladies. They are at Pilates, which I need to take a Pilates class myself. Okay. But most of the ladies, four of them, Ashley, Karen, Giselle, and Mia, they all meet up to do Pilates. And this is something that Karen is asking them to do. During this Pilates session, Ashley said that she got a breast job. Ashley I'm hoping that they need to settle a little bit because she's real big up top and she doesn't have any hips. So she just kind of looks like she's serving the letter P, kind of like Wendy Williams used to look. Kind of like Wendy Williams used to look. So I'm hoping that it just hasn't settled yet. But she says she is in love with them. That was her gift to herself over the summer. During this scene, Karen shares that the reason she is moving forward with Pilates is because her mother had a triple bypass, I believe she said. And so she went to get checked out because she is approaching age 60 and she wants to make sure she's doing everything right for her health. She said that they found like a 5% buildup in her arteries, and everyone is sitting there like, Karen, because she really did put on, she got super dramatic, like, don't cry, it's okay. I was like, I know I cried and I was super shocked. And I didn't know if Karen was playing or if she was serious, but the feel of it was serious. Everybody said, don't she breastfeed? I'm not sure. I don't think she does. I don't think that Ashley breastfeeds. I don't think she can if she got the breast job. But she's huge. I know that. But she tells everybody that she has this 5% blockage that she believes that she can reverse. She also said that right now she's just on this journey for healthy eating, healthy living, and, to make sure that she can be the best she can be at age 60, right? In the meantime, the girls are, doing their stretches. There's a scene where Giselle has to stretch her legs open, and Karen says, come on, Giselle, you can open them a little more than that, okay? You dating this young man. And Giselle said, I'm wide open. Giselle said, I'm wide open. But the way she said it was hilarious. I have to say, I like that Giselle knows how to make jokes about herself sometimes. It's funny. But then they ended up getting into a little more serious conversation where they talked about Karen and Mia's. I think she looks great for 60 as well. They talked about Karen and Mia trying to get back on track with their friendship because Karen said she felt betrayed by Mia last season for all the reasons we've already talked about. And Karen said that from this point forward, she believes that the group should stop meeting and creating rumors to bring back to the show. Okay, because let's face it, they do that. She said, stop having these outdoor meetings, these side meetings where you guys are creating rumors to bring back in the show that could really affect people's lives, their marriages, whatnot. This would be the third or fourth one, right? We had it with Monique. Last season, it was Chris and Candice. They also, played a little bit with Karen's marriage. And, a lot of people were saying that Karen does have an open marriage. Karen says she does not. And she said Ray, said that she does not. And I even think Ray said that on camera, that he doesn't play that. But who knows at the end of the day, right? We know that Gordon and Mia have an open marriage, or at least they did. Now they're going through divorce. But Karen makes that statement. And Giselle said, well, if we're going to apologize and get things back on the right track, you owe Robyn an apology because we have this meeting with Robyn. Robyn is under a lot of pressure from the public, from the rumor mill on social media regarding Juan. And you brought a rumor back to that he was with a woman that looked just like you. And Karen she hesitated. She was like, well, let me think about this, child, because um, it was a rumor, but I don't know if I disagree. I think I'm sticking with it. And Giselle said, listen, you just said for us not to do it, so you need to get it together. And Karen was like, okay, if you facilitate it, then I will meet with Robyn. And I was like, we will see, child. We know that Karen and Robyn do not like each other, but Karen is a little more mature. So let's see how that works. Lisa Love said, I find it hard to believe that as smart as Wendy is, she allowed that silly trick Ashley to play with her. Child, I agree with you. We're going to get to it. I said the same thing. I was like, ooh, this is bad. Karen and her husband are so cute. So y'all like Karen and her husband. I like Karen. I think she's excellent TV. And I like the fact that even though she might have, those moments, she doesn't keep that going. And a lot of people say, well, she's being fake, but that could be really hard on people watching the TV too, right? Try to find a way to lighten up these moments because y'all are on the show. It's too hard to watch everybody in turmoil all the time. But anyways, they end up saying, we're all going to, figure these things out. They also discuss Candice, and Candice is clearly has a falling out with both Giselle and Ashley. Giselle said that Candice is dead to her. When she was asked about it, she was like, Candice, who? Who? I don't know anybody named Candice. So she's dead to her. And then Ashley said the same thing. She's not invited to my party, and I will never talk to her again. Karen said, well, she is actually touring the weekend of your housewarming party, so we don't have to worry about her coming and creating even more of a problem. So she wasn't invited, no way. So there's that. And yeah, that's pretty much it. That's how it ends. And yeah, let's get to the next scene, y'all. Oh no, they did talk about Giselle dating a man that's 17 years younger than her. 17 years younger. I have to say, go ahead, Giselle. I'm not mad at it. I'm actually okay with that. Her children are okay with it. So I'm happy that Giselle has found someone to keep them legs wide open, as she put it. Let's see. Next scene, and this is actually the last scene. It is Ashley and her housewarming party. Ashley is still drinking Coronas and beers. I thought at one point Ashley had taken like a break, or she said she wasn't going to be drinking as much, but she had that beer in her hand. I don't think she ever let it down, to be honest. Everybody is invited, including Deborah. Y'all remember Deborah, that one that Candice had called a Muppet face? And Charisse are invited. Charisse and Karen are dressed alike for the second time. It happened once last season and then again this season. This time they were wearing jacket, short blouse underneath. Both of them were pretty. It's just that you don't want to be dressed like your nemesis, okay? But Karen took it in stride. She giggled, laughed it off. I don't think I would have been that okay. I think I would have had to take something off or go change, okay? But either way, everybody's invited except for, Candice. They do a house tour, and then Uncle Buck, he ended up getting into Candice's butt about going on vacation with her ex. So he wants to know what the hell is going on and why aren't you talking to him about it? Because y'all know Candice was going over to his house and crying on his shoulder, on his wife's shoulder, about childcare, about not getting enough money from her ex, allegedly. And she was like, and he was like, listen, why aren't we getting this part of the story? You actually FaceTime me from your vacation spot, and you didn't say once that Michael was there. That makes Candice look deceiving as hell, shady as hell, and this is her family. So I don't blame Uncle Buck, but he was like, at the end of the day, it's her business. But yeah, I don't know. I agree with him though. You were going over to the house talking about you were leaning on your uncle and his wife. the entire time you were going through it with Michael. So it seems like you do owe him a little bit of an explanation, Ashley. But either way, after that, Miss Ashley ends up sidebarring Wendy. She said, "Can I talk to you for a minute?" Brings her into the house. Wendy's pissed because she doesn't like that Deborah's there. Y'all remember Deborah called her husband Happy Eddie and then suggested that Eddie was flirting with her. The cameras, that was last season, the cameras actually show Eddie minding his own damn business, not looking in Deborah's direction, not once. Okay. But she goes to Candiace and said, "Listen, I've always thought highly of you. I thought that we had a good connection or friendship. Now I'm not so sure. I don't know what's going on with you and Deborah, but I'm not cool with her. And I just don't want you to stab me in the back. Are you the type of person that I can trust, or are you going to stab me in the back?" Is what she says. And Candice basically does that, smirk. She is diabolical. I agree with you. I think it was Cookie who said that in the chat. But she is diabolical, okay? She makes a smirk and she's like, "Well, I think the reason why you don't know if you can trust me is because we haven't been around each other a lot, but I don't mind coming to you and saying certain things." Basically, what Wendy is saying to her in that moment is, "It's been proven that my husband was not checking for Deborah. The fact that you brought me here and didn't even say, 'Heads up, Deborah's coming,' is a problem for me. Okay. I'm going to, oh, Happy Eddie is in the cannabis business. I did not know that. Okay. That's interesting." She was like, "And at this point, I might be giving you a little extra than you deserve. I don't know if you're that trustworthy. And I'm going to be straight up and ask you, since you know the problems I had with, Giselle making those comments about my husband was checking for women online and stuff like that. I just don't play like that about my relationship. So I want to make sure that you don't think that this is a game." She tells her, "I came to you because I thought you should know. I'm a straight shooter. I just want you to know when things are happening. And since you're asking, I had a conversation with Nneka, okay, where she shared with me that you are a part of a religion called Asu, and that's not the best, that they practice, certain, she made it seem like witchcraft or something like that." And Wendy took that. It was really interesting. Wendy listened to her, completely listened to her. She did not stop her from, interrupt her like, "That's not true," or "Let me talk to that, chick outside." She didn't do any of that loud talking or craziness. She said, "There is a religious group called Asu, but I'm not a part of it." And she actually took that as a teaching moment. This is what they are. It's a very ancient religion and practice, but most people don't do it. And those that do are usually ostracized. And you were a part of a religious ceremony where they had the hats and she was explaining it. And Ashley chimes in and said, "Yeah, I remember it was," and I apologize because I don't remember what she called it, but she said, "It was this." And she was like, "Exactly." Like she's, really being a friend in that moment. And she said, "At the end of the day, I have no idea why she would say that, but that's not true." Now, off camera in confessional, the producer actually said, "Why did you say it like that? You made it seem like she was talking smack about her, and she wasn't." And Ashley smiles and says, "Oh, I don't remember it like that. I must have been drinking tequila," which may be one of the reasons why they kept showing Ashley with beer in her hand. Giselle shows up and said, "I brought you a case of Corona." But she always had something. And I was like, are they trying to make it seem like she's back to drinking heavy again? I don't like it. But it sounds like Ashley, okay, is going to start something between Wendy and Nneka. And it's going to be ugly, it looks like, especially since Wendy feels like, because they're both Nigerian, and on this show, they should have more of a sisterhood. I don't like it either, I have to say. But we will see what happens next, okay, in that situation. And that's pretty much it, y'all. I actually like that Wendy was just as level-headed as possible in explaining what she actually does practice, but we know that Nneka's going to take it there next episode where she basically says that her mother has a shrine, that Wendy's mother had a shrine and was, I guess, using it for evil, which is not good. Okay. But anyways, y'all, let me know what y'all think about everything in the comment section. Okay. We are going to sign off because Love and Marriage Huntsville comes on in an hour. And I'm going to go on a little earlier than usual. I think I'm probably get on around 9:35. I'm going to drop a link right after this. But in the meantime, hit the like, subscribe, the notification bell. Okay. Also share this video. Everybody in the chat. And let's see what else. Pacino Rule said, I'm not going to like it if production is going after Dr. Wendy. Yeah, I want to see what happens. That is a pretty strong statement to make so early in the episode. And like I said, since we know next week, or this Sunday, actually, tomorrow, Wendy is definitely going to be accused of practicing, you know, the evil part of religion. I don't like that, but we will see what happens. Like I said, I like that Wendy was as level-headed as possible. She explains that her father is a minister, that I think she said that her mother is Catholic and that she believes her father was Protestant. So it's easily dismissed. It's just crazy how Ashley brought it up and it looks like she's not going to correct it. But outside of that, y'all, I'm going to talk to you in a little bit. We'll go live again. Until next time, please hit that like button, subscribe, notification bell, share the video, and I will see you all on the next one.